Okay, so right here, as soon as you get into the game, you're put into this tutorial where it gives you the basics controls of the game. The controls are super simple, just explaining what to expect. Right here, you can see the parry system. These glowing pink attacks from the set from the bosses or enemies, you can parry them by double tapping the jump button. Parries gives you cards leading up to a super or an ultimate. So as soon as you're introduced to the game and levels, you have 3 lives. Every time you lose 3 lives, you're put into this ghost mode, as you can see on the screen. And every time you lose 3 lives, you slowly go a little faster. You can be brought back by pairing, but enough of the controls. Let's get straight into the gameplay. All right. So after the tutorial, you're put into the running gun. Running guns are like side levels, as you can see on the screen. They're like other levels other than bosses that you can do for like coins and stuff. They're not that hard, but like it's Cup Edward, so obviously it's gonna be a little hard. This one we didn't struggle as much. Maybe me, but I'm not as good as Logan. So right now we're just using the basic controls that we learned from the tutorial to beat the level. This is what. Then again, this is one of the first running guns, so it's not that hard. But like here, you can see what to expect throughout the game. And what kind of animation to use. I think it's really nice, like the character design and everything. I like how they use like an old-fashioned design. So the game doesn't seem as hard when you're watching it, but when you're playing it, trust me, it's it's hell. I'm telling you right now, it's hell. Especially some levels. So at the bottom left and right, those are our health bars. It just tells you how much HP you have. At the beginning of the game, you only had 3, like I said so earlier during the tutorial. But you can get more from the store. Those cards you see there, those are build up to our super and ultimate. Our super is the mill cannon that we used a little earlier, and then the ultra you'll see later on. We haven't used the ultra. Um, you can get those cards by just shooting enemies or repairing. By the way, a good tip for just the whole game in general is just to keep on shooting. See here, we just finished the first running gun. Okay, so this is the shop that you can spend your coins on. You can get the coins from running guns or like just finding them around the map. You'll see the map later on. You can buy new guns for your Cuphead and everything, and Mugman. The 2 characters. You can buy power ups as well, like you see the sugar, the smoke bomb. They really help you out during the bosses. I'd recommend saving the coins for hearts because you would definitely need those double lives. You're gonna need them for the new bosses that come up, especially in the later on. So basically, that's the store. Okay, so this is the first actual boss of World 1. It's not that hard, but for World 1, it's pretty tough, honestly. One of the tips I would recommend is definitely stay on your feet. As you can see, there's a lot of projectiles that go on. You just gotta keep on moving. Honestly, that's the best advice I can really give you. Keep your eyes peeled. As you can see here, we're just using the basic controls. Looks like he's roasting his shoes. See those people, those pink ones? You can parry those. And I just died right there. I'm Mugman, by the way, the blue one. Yeah, he just parried me back. I lost 3 lives because, garbage, but... And I'm dead. It's up to Logan now. Alright, I'm gonna hand the bike over to Logan.
So, you'll be seeing the second stage right now. And this boss is only 2 stages, but once you get farther in the worlds, there'll be more that progressively get harder. As you can see, I'm using my super attacks right here, which deal a lot more damage than the pea shooter that I'm using, and it makes the boss a lot faster.
All right, so this is a boss from World 2, which we struggled from, not even kidding you, like a whole day, bro. It was so annoying. The boss is like, it's really hard. You actually have to focus. There's so much projectiles. There's like 3 stages to this boss, and each of them just honestly progressively get harder. You see that tail down there? Dude, that thing is horrible. It always hits me. Really, it took me like 15 tries to get the hang of it. So the first stage, he just shoots meteors. They're pretty easy to dodge, but when he shoots 2 of them, now that you're gonna struggle with that one. As you can see, we made it to the second stage. He shoots these little fire things that jump up. As you can see, I'm using the ultimate to deal as much damage as possible. These fire flame balls, whatever, on the bottom, they jump up at you. It's horrible, bro. I'm telling you, they're so hard to dodge. And you have to use a chaser. It's a different gun that you can buy at the store. It automatically goes to the nearest enemy. We couldn't use the starter pea shooter because we would have to constantly turn around and shoot at him. So we're just using the chaser. I mean, it doesn't deal as much damage as the pea shooter, but it's convenient because it tracks down the enemy. We're about to beat the second stage, make it to the third stage.
When you get into the third stage, you see the clouds are getting faster. And he throws fireballs. If you hit the fireballs with one of your shots, they would explode into 4, going in 4 different ways. So you're gonna want to stop shooting when during this thing. As you can see, I stopped shooting and just trying to dodge those, because it makes it a lot harder. You're gonna want to start shooting right when he does this flamethrower, because it's pretty easy. You just have to stay on top or bottom of the flamethrower, and then stop shooting.
So right here, Logan is just taking the shots because he had 4 lives. What a god, yeah. So at this point, we're just spamming supers, trying to deal as much damage as possible. There's that 1 life. Clutch up, Logan. So, and then over here, like near this part, we're literally gonna beat the boss for like the first time. And I kid you not, the screen literally freezes. I'm not even kidding. If you don't trust me, just watch. The screen freezes. Me and Logan just go crazy, dude. We go ballistic. We're just so pissed at this point, and the screen freezes for like a good 15 seconds. And this took the whole day. And then once it loads in, we're just like so relieved on it.
In these worlds, there are usually two plane bosses, and the rest are just either running guns and just on foot ones. But I usually prefer the on foot ones because I find it easier and it's just less projectiles. But so as you can see, Eljon's tanking the top part while I'm getting the planes to stop the projectiles. Once Eljon broke that laser, he turns into a cannon that shoots nuts and bolts out. Once I broke that plane part, he now releases bombs, and which is good. So it's just easier than the planes, in my opinion. Once you beat this part, you'll have a heart that comes out. You're gonna want to have one person tanking out the bombs, just so it leaves less projectiles out. And on this phase, he will put out power-ups behind you.
So once you shoot out the heart, like he keeps on releasing bosses, and this is the second stage. Basically, he detaches his head, and it just keeps coming back, either up, down, in the middle. And there's like a lot of bombs, and the bombs are just so annoying because they have a big radius, and they're homing, by the way, so they get pretty annoying. But you want one person shooting the bombs, and one person just going for the head. As you can see, we're doing pretty good on the health situation. Logan has 5 health. I just have 2. And this is finally the third stage.
This is the third stage. Probably one of the most hardest stages in the game, in my opinion. Just because there's so many projectiles coming in. You just blink for a second, you're screwed. So what you want to do, you're going to see the pink stuff from the jewel coming out, and that you can parry that, and it'll give you a super. And you just want to try to aim for those. Eldraine just died. I would try to go on him, but do with that bar.
Bruh.
You just want to try to focus on the projectiles, just try to find the holes in between them.
Scroll the time. Alright, so this is the final boss. The whole game. The devil. Now this boss was a struggle, dude. It was definitely one of the hardest. As you can see, we're both using weapons that we bought from the shop. For that part, you just want to jump up and dash at the last second. You got to time it very well. One of the most annoying part of this boss is that for the first beginning stages, there's minions that come out of each side, and you have to kill them, or else you just get annoying. Now he has different attacks. They're random. Some of them are easy than the others, and some of them are just horrible. Cancer. Right there, jump and dash. I got hit because I timed it, and I'm garbage. See that pink one? I just tried to parry it, but I didn't hit it twice. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna hand the mic over to Logan.
So once you go down, you want to aim for the eyes, because that's the only hitbox that he has. He'll put out an axe, and you're going to want to try to go to the middle one and just jump over right when the axe is directly under you. And so you want to go to the side once he releases the axe, and just go back in the middle and try to just stay in the middle. When he puts these bombs out, you want to try to parry them as much as you can, because they will explode half the screen, and even after the smoke's there, it still will hurt you. What I prefer this one is the lobber and the chaser that you can buy in the shop. At this stage, he puts down minions, and he also makes it only have 3 spots where you can jump. I prefer to use my ult then, just so it destroys all the minions and it just pours out damage. You want to shoot up with the chaser, so it just hits both his eyes, and really, I think it deals the most damage. Now you'll be seeing the final stage. You're going to start crying. You're going to want to kind of weave in and out to dodge that, and just shoot directly up with the chaser. And just try to aim for the eyes and try to dodge the tears.
Hey, we finally beat the final boss. This took us a really long time. I'm not even kidding. So, we finally beat the game. Beat all of the bosses of every world. We didn't show all of them, obviously, because the video would be so long. So we just took one boss from each world. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and give us a good grade, Mr. Fry.